It's a very complex question because there's no simple answer to it. Let me just try. We've not really had committed leadership. And I will say, and I've been saying it since the turn of democratic experiment in 1998, 1999. I think the only leader we've had that understood the trend where the world is moving and who made effort to try to put Nigeria on the right track was Obasanjo during his second term. Since that time, we've not had any leadership
as a military,
as a civilian. Even as a military, he did a lot of things that still resonates to that. But as a civilian, during his second term as a civilian, he was able to set the ball rolling and put the country in the right motion, of which, if those that followed after him had continued in that line, Nigeria would be better than what it is today. So what we've been having over time are kind of short-term thinkers. The short-termism in the system has made it so hard for us to see beyond 4 years. So what we do every 4 years, even when someone who's going to stay for 8 years, you find out that their policies are kind of short term every 4 years. They're not doing 8 years policies. They do one policy to at the end of their first tenure. Then they do another policy. The policy they start at the end of, for their first tenure is to get a second re-election. So when they get a second re-election, they do another policy. And it reminds me about that saying that politicians plan towards the next election, why great leaders plan towards the next generation.
Yeah, that's true.
So that's the challenge we've been having. So this has impacted our economy. Look at what's happening now. Look at where Nigeria is presently, and look at we've been crawling while our mates are soaring like the eagle. So it's a big challenge. We've not been able to do the right things, to put the economic fundamentals in place. A country of 200 million people is a big market. But you are not a big market because you have 200 million people. So first and foremost, a country that has about 80% of its citizenry declared as poor, then it is a challenge. But one thing people also know is that poverty is a challenge. Poverty is also an advantage. Most manufacturing industries in Nigeria today are operating at below capacity, because if they try to even manufacture to produce at say 50% capacity, they will have a warehouse effect. And the warehouse effect is when you have so much goods in the warehouse and they don't have off-takers, you don't have people who come in to buy it. They will have a warehouse effect. So what they are doing is that they are producing at a very low rate. And when you're producing at lower than installed capacity, it's also affecting employment, because you need lesser hand than you would have taken. Of which, if they are producing at say 70-80% installed capacity, they will need more hands. And when you need more hands, you pull more people out from the unemployment market. And when you pull more people out of the unemployment market, you pay them salary. It puts money in their pocket. When they have money in their pocket, they spend it, and the money keep on circulating. They spend it and they pay taxes. Government makes money. They themselves makes money. Then there's a circulation within the economy. So everybody is being taken care of. And as everybody is being taken care of, the economy is going. You are lifting people, and the consumer level is also growing, so that people will be able to purchase the things they want to purchase. So that's what China did. Lift people out of poverty, so that they will also improve domestic consumption, so that they will also have their people buy the things they produce. You remember Henry Ford used to say something. He said that he wants to create a car company whereby everybody who is working in the Ford Motors company should be able to afford a Ford motor. He doesn't want a situation whereby there are people who are working in Ford Motor Company, even if they're janitors, even if they're cleaners, that won't be able to afford a Ford